Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Rose Writes and I write and narrate Miraculous Ladybug fanfiction. If you like what you hear, please consider liking this video and subscribing. Drop a comment below and let me know what you think. If you don't know what to comment, tell me your favorite ship in the love square. Adrianette, Marichat, Ladrian, or Lady Noir. If you missed the previous 4 parts, I will link them in the description box below. Now then, please enjoy Chapter 5, Comfort. Just as soon as Marinette had settled into her REM cycle, she was awoken to a light tapping on her trapdoor leading to the balcony. She was annoyed at being woken up. Marinette, dressed in her pajamas, apprehensively went to the trapdoor above her bed and poked it open slightly with a broom. Standing next to the door, she caught a glimpse of 2 feet wearing stylized boots covered exclusively in leather. She rolled her eyes, throwing the broom on her bed. Cat Noir, what does he want? Does he know what time it is? She thought. She pulled herself through the trapdoor. Upon seeing her, Cat Noir offered his hand. She rolled her eyes at the gesture, but took his hand anyway. Hello, Marinette. I hope I didn't wake you. He smiled his dashing smile that he often gave Ladybug. She gave a small chuckle. You kind of did, but it's okay, kitty. How about you? What are you doing out so late? Couldn't sleep, he responded simply. He turned and leaned himself against the rail of the balcony. I honestly just wanted to see you. Was he blushing beneath his mask? Me? Why? She blamed it on her being still half asleep. I like talking to you, Marinette. You're kind and honest, and I would like some advice. Maybe Adrian was right. I should start charging for therapy. You've come to the right place, kitty. What's on your mind? She asked. She hoped he wouldn't say anything that could jeopardize his secret identity. Some things were better left as a secret. Do you think it's possible to have feelings for 2 people at the same time? He sounded guarded as he spoke, careful not to reveal too much. He truly cared deeply what Marinette thought about him. He has been in love with Ladybug for a year, ever since he first laid eyes on her, but now he was beginning to like Marinette too. He wouldn't tell her that, though. No, not yet. This question was not what she was expecting. Probably. I think so. And I don't think it says anything about your character either. She could tell that part was worrying him especially. I think as long as you aren't trying to pursue both girls at the same time, that could cause some hurt feelings. Marinette was speaking very thoughtfully. Eventually, you'll have to choose, but it's okay to sort through your emotions for a while. She smiled warmly. Marinette and Cat Noir were now sitting down, backs against the balcony rails, taking in the crisp night air of Paris. Thank you. He nuzzled against her head just like a real cat, his head then falling on her shoulder. Marinette swept the blonde hair out of his eyes. Anytime, kitty. You know, you're awesome, Marinette, he said with an enormous yawn. I know. She smirked, followed by a yawn. You know yawns are contagious, Cat. Maybe it's time for us to go to bed. Her head dropped onto his, stifling yet another yawn. Just 5 more minutes and then I'll leave. Pinky promise. Marinette had already fallen asleep. Cat Noir dared not move. She looked like an angel as she slept. He cherished this moment, indulging in the scent of her coconut shampoo, mixed with a light vanilla smell. It wasn't quite a perfume smell, but it was just her, maybe from living and working in the bakery. Before he knew it, he was drifting off. 5 more minutes turned into an hour, which turned into 2. He woke with a start. I can't believe I fell asleep. Oh man, I hope no one at home has noticed. His head shot up. Marinette's dozing head fell onto his shoulder. That's right. They had both fallen asleep on her balcony. He still looked so peaceful. He shifted from sitting to standing over her. He carefully picked her up like a princess. He flipped the trapdoor open with the tip of his boot. Unbeknownst to him, the Sleeping Beauty's eyes fluttered open, and she noticed being carried by him. Her partner brought her comfort. She felt his warm breath against her head in the frigid night air. She nuzzled him closer with a slight smile, enjoying the feel of his warmth despite the suit. Using all of the attention he could muster, he slid in through the trapdoor and placed Marinette in her bed, covering her with the pink and purple comforter. He smiled at her giant cat body pillow beside her. After she was cuddled in bed, he noticed the photos of Adrian Agreste on her bulletin board and feverishly blushed. Maybe she liked him too. Before leaving, he placed a tender kiss on her forehead and whispered, "Sweet dreams," before bounding out of the top of the trapdoor, closing it behind him. He took a moment on the balcony to think to himself, "I love you, Marinette." He smiled to himself. Using his baton, he advanced through the Paris cityscape. With a flourishing flip, he fell through his bedroom window and flopped into his bed, still smiling like an idiot. "Plague claws in," Adrian said, barely louder than a whisper, and fell asleep once more, surrounded by the smell of coconuts and vanilla. Thank you so much for listening to Chapter 5, Comfort. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Stay miraculous!